what we're going to talk about is basically, it's a long story in short. I would tell how I found out is like 4 years ago, what happened to one of my listings. There are two issues happened. The two stories straight. One time my product was selling really good. All of a sudden, all the product were like, there are one set of group of keywords stop indexing. Second ranking started dropping every day 10% actually. We have a panic. Why? Because that product was like a first product we made really great, and we have no idea what happened. Nobody knows about. I mean, we talked to like multiple consultants, we talked to multiple Amazon support, and one day we say enough is enough. We're gonna write to Jeff Bezos, right? We write to Jeff Bezos, and we found a crazy things. We never know that. We always think about there is only a category, and we never know there is something called browse node, which has to match with your category. When we dig more in details, I was like spend more than 12 to 16 hours straight. I said, no, I'm going to stop being a victim here, going and reaching out to people and finding out what's the answer for this. So I start digging into more detail. At the end of the 16 hours, actually, I found, which is crazy. So what I found is like, that's what I'm going to share actually, which turned my ASIN perform much better than ever after that. And then this information, what I'm going to share is like after we perfecting this, like almost like 3-4 years actually, I don't want to share with anybody in the market right now. Everybody's talking about backend optimization, browse node, and all the things. It's 4 years ago. I don't want to share. The Jeff Bezos team give me like a whole browse tree guide node completely, which is not even available in the Seller Central at that point. Why? Because that's the way they implemented this actually at that point. So it is so core and technical. I try to sweet this. Hopefully, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer offline or here. We're gonna go through like more in detail. I think Tom said I have more time here to talk right now. So this is a crucial thing. If your product is going down for no reason, and if your product as like selling really great and all of a sudden started dropping down for no reason, if your product was the keywords were like did really well, and you're seeing a 10% drop every single week or every single month, you definitely have this problem. And also there is like a combination of multiple issues, which is like your review split, and your even if you put your whole title, your keyword, your product will not be indexed actually. These are the common problem what we have if you have a backend problem actually. So pay attention, and I'm happy to walk you guys through every single thing.
So Colin, just maybe before we jump in, hey, you mentioned like a few things. You mentioned like ranking, dropping, different things, but are there any other things that can recognize when this is happening? I'll give you maybe one example. We have a few sellers here that are saying, I cannot rank. Doesn't matter what I do, I cannot rank. I have 5,000 reviews, 10,000 reviews. Doesn't matter how I push PPC, how I optimize my listing, whatever. I cannot rank. Doesn't matter what I do.
Yeah, right now I'm working with one of your member, Diana. She was not able to rank. Her product is fucked up. She was really selling really great, and all of a sudden something happened in the back end. It's messed up completely. When we take a look at it, there are so many issues what he has actually right now. And we the first step we try to test the keyword. It was not moving great. It was stuck in like a 15th position or 20th position. We couldn't move at all anywhere actually. We
what do you say try to test the keyword? What do you mean by that?
What is that? Repeat the question.
What do you mean by testing the keyword?
Okay, before I go into launches, I do test launches actually. I don't want to go through, spend $20,000 on the launch and end up in like, fine, this keyword is not moving. If one keyword is moved and sustained, and most of the keyword moved and sustained. If the one keyword moved and never sustained, that happens to across all the keywords actually. Again, it's not a product launch anymore. It's a keyword launch actually. There is a movement until 25, 15, 18. That's the moment what we got. And we are very aggressive on the keywords. It's not moving anywhere still. And this is like a best case. What she asked is a best case. I've seen worst cases like it never moved. It's like 101. The ranking was 101. Never had any problem. The first issue what happened is for her, it's like a backend problem, right? And she has 3 variation on it. And after that, what happened is like, okay, you know what? This is done. It's not really doing good actually. So we need to change the strategy. And what we did is like we split the complete variation. Why? Because sometimes if you don't optimize your parent listing, it could reflect on your child listing automatically. It's a most crucial. Most 90% of people they don't optimize the parent listing. I don't know why. The parent listing is one of the most important listing. Well, because if you have a parent and child, whatever you put on parent, it share across all the child. So that means you need to have like a more information there, semantic information there. If you have multiple colors, if you have multiple design, if you have multiple style, you put like a contextual information on the parent. It will help you to help you across the child actually completely.